boost your mood. Life is delicious on the Snack Network.
Welcome back to Delicious Discussions, episode 2 on the Snack Network. I'm Dave. Joining me, of course, is my main man, my man on the internet, Jonny_Casino.
Dave, have I ever heard that song before?
Yeah, you've heard it. You heard it once when you were here, at least. Definitely.
Oh, that had me laughing good. Like, oh.
Guys, of course, a big announcement. First thing right off the bat here is we'd like to thank our amazing patrons, which includes Andy, Adam, and Robby Miller. You guys can support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/the Snack Network, which is now open again, and you can get some exclusive content. Like,
Can you call it the snack shop?
No, that's what we call our merch store that doesn't exist.
Oh, can you call it the vending machine?
I wish I was consulting you when I made the Patreon now. I think you and I need to have some off-air meetings. Of course, that now at just $1 a month gets you the pre and the post show of this brand new podcast with Dave and John. So if you want all of the goodness that you got last week on the version, except for the audio version that went only to Patreon, you can get all of it, including John and I talking before we hit go live.
Yeah,
it's a mess. It's a mess. It's wild. Okay. That's it. That's all I have to say at the top of the show. Hi, John.
Hi, Dave.
How are you doing?
Wait. Sorry. I forgot. You're supposed to say hi, John, and then I say hi, Dave.
I don't know.
Let's try again.
Oh, hi, John.
Oh, hi, Dave.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know if that was ever like specifically back and forth between like you and I starting, like which one started first, right? Like I think it was just a collective thing that you and I both did, saying hi to each other. And what's funny about that is now it's become like a thing that I do, and I don't. It only became a thing because I did it to you. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. We've done so many things over the years, and I've slept many times in the 2 years that we've been off of doing things. I don't remember how it started. I just know that I think the normal, and I think what I feel comfortable with, Dave, is you saying hi first.
You know what else we do first, John?
Try things. Do we taste things?
We taste things to boost your mood and taste your food so you don't have to.
Yeah, Dave. So today I told you I was going to the grocery store because I need to go to the grocery store for some stuff. And I'm going to find something I've never had before, something random, a snack, a drink. I was kind of thinking about a drink, but I'm like, I'm going to find something. And I got back from the grocery store and I'm like, I did not grab anything. So I had to go to a different grocery store when I went out to pick up my daughter from school earlier. And I have a thing.
Whoops.
I mean, here's the deal, Dave.
Yeah.
Life has been real lately, like between work and life and all that stuff. So my mind wasn't really on all the right things, and it wasn't on my list. So,
okay.
But I have it. I have it now, and I'm actually quite excited.
I decided I did need a drink. So.
Oh, me too. Oh, wait. Is that Voodoo Ranger?
It is Voodoo Ranger.
I love Voodoo Ranger.
I've never had a Voodoo Ranger ever. This is Fruit Force. It is a fruit punch IPA.
Okay, so I almost got that exact same one today.
That would have been so funny.
But like in this size.
I was told this is really bad, actually.
Okay, so I've never had the Fruit Force. I've had a number of Voodoo Rangers. I've had their IPAs. I really normally enjoy Voodoo Ranger. You're gonna have to let me know how that one is.
Okay, it sounds good. They couldn't talk me out of it, right?
Oh,
like I was like,
tried?
They did. Oh, they did. They suggested another. It is a black IP. I cannot remember the name of the brewery, and they said it has notes of coffee, and I bought that as well. But I chose this because this just feels good. Fruit punch sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, you have to let me know because I almost picked that one up when I went to the store. Also, I love black IPAs. I need to brew again. I have not brewed I've brewed like once or twice in the last like 4 years. And I have a black IPA that I called it like Sucker Punch or something like that because I got it to like 12% ABV and as dark as I could get it. And it is amazing, but it will hit you like you've never been hit.
I did not look at the ABV on this.
Yeah, I'm curious what your ABV is. We're going to compare ABVs. I have a feeling I got you beat.
I bet you do, but blind man cannot find it immediately, obviously. Oh wait, hold on.
It's probably about a 7, maybe an 8.
No, guess what? It is a 9.5.
Oh, Okay. Okay. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah, that is actually a bit more than I thought I was committing to. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, but that's still a small can.
Yeah, right. It's a normal size 12-ounce can.
Okay, Dave. Now, before we pour, do I tell you or do you pour and taste? Wait, what's the format here, Dave?
Now that you've introduced that you have a thing, and then I somehow took over and started saying what I have, now you also need to just tell me what you have.
Okay, so I have with me the Tropical Beer Hug. I'm covering part of the top up here. It's Tropical Beer Hug from Goose Island. I really like Goose Island. I've never been let down. This is a 10-ounce. It's an Imperial IPA. But Dave, I got you beat. I got a 9.9.
Yeah, I don't really think you really have me that much beat, but you do.
No, not by a lot. I was impressed. So I'm gonna crack this open.
Oh, I smell fruit punch already.
I just smell IPA.
Pour it into my official Snack Network glass.
I'm pouring it into my USS Jimmy Carter giant beer glass. I'm gonna try to hold this up to show my pour because I'm going straight down the middle because you called me out for calling you out on that.
Yep, and I went.
Dave, don't fail me.
I already did. This is a live show for a reason.
So yeah, so here's the problem with pouring down the middle is you have to wait a while to take that first sip. Like you have to let it die down.
That's all right. I have to wait apparently too.
I will tell you, this smells good. Yeah, I am looking for it. Like I said, I like Goose Island. I like their IPAs. I happen to be a pretentious punk.
This
I was
is
going to
not
use a different word, but
this is not the color I was expecting. I was expecting like a red almost.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm confused about what I'm seeing here because I'm seeing a dark color at the very bottom. Is that just the glass?
That's the glass. That is the fan here. It is the glass
So,
is a black bottom.
Okay, so that's like a hazy-ish looking IPA there.
Yeah, it's definitely a normal hazy goldenish IPA color. Which is
so mine's the very clear.
Yeah, mine is not clear in the slightest. I got a little bit too much head, just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna let this head die down. I will take a sip of it in a minute, but I don't want to destroy my first sip by just getting foam. Dave,
like I do. Yeah.
Yes. Dave, can we talk about life?
Yeah, we can talk about life.
I want to tell you something that happened to me recently, and it's mostly a positive. Okay. So for the last few years, I have been driving a 2014 Ford Edge.
Okay.
I bought it from my ex-wife. A couple years later, she decided it wasn't what she wanted and wanted an upgrade. It became my secondary car because I had a motorcycle. And then it kind of became the car I drove every once in a while. And then the divorce happened and it became my everyday vehicle.
Right.
Got a new job, well, new position in my job. And today, my work truck got delivered.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. You say that, and don't get me wrong, I'm excited, right? So here's the deal with the work truck is it's a work truck. It's gonna be used for that, but I also pay a small amount of money every month, and I can use it for personal use, and they pay for all the gas and insurance and maintenance and all that stuff.
Sounds cool.
Now it is a 2023 F-150.
Yeah, all right. Not disappointing yet.
No. Now the original order was for an XLT, which is like the mid-level. Like nothing fancy, but like it has like the basic amenities you would have if you bought a vehicle, and with a 6-foot bed.
Okay.
Now Ford is so backed up with these things that it was going to take like a year more to get this thing, and they found one on a dealership floor in the state. Couple differences in it. It's the XL, not the XLT, which I'll get to because there's importances there, and it has an 8-foot bed.
Okay.
This is a super cab. So it's the mid-size cab. So it has the back seat. It's got the little doors that swing open. You can fit a full-size person in the back of this thing, right? Like I've sat comfortably in the back of one of these things. Perfect for my kids. It works fine. I'm
ready for the fall.
I got the picture of this thing. The dealership finally, this was supposed to be here a month ago. The dealership sent me the picture and I see this thing on the back of this truck and I'm like, oh my God. Like I realize an 8-foot bed is long, but holy crap. And then it shows up and I'm like, what am I seeing? This truck is so long. Like I am having to completely recalibrate my driving because it's a good 6 inches higher off the ground. Really, when you're sitting in it, you can't see over over the front of the hood of the car, and it has an 8-foot bed in the back. This car is like a good 5 feet longer than the car I drive right now. So there's that.
Does it fit in the garage?
I was never planning on putting it in the garage. It's a work truck. It's owned by my company. I don't care that much about that aspect of it. And two, I don't know if it would fit in the garage.
You already returned it.
No. I don't have an option. I agreed to this layout. I get what I get. And like I said, like I shouldn't complain. I can't complain. But so I drive this thing finally, and I'm just like, oh my God, this thing feels so big. And it's comfortable. It's a comfortable ride. It's a big truck. Bumps in the road don't bother me. I don't worry about any of that stuff. Right. Now, on top of the fact that it's overly big, like absurdly big, it also it's an XL, not the XLT. So I'm missing some amenities, and I think I'm kind of being a whiner about like. All
right, you got to tell me what they are, because I'll tell you. This is the new segment on the show is John whining.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna taste this. This is finally ready to be tasted. This is an imperial. So I'm gonna get the hit of alcohol probably.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's good.
It does not taste like a 10% beer. That's a positive right there.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Mine doesn't either. It is definitely a little bit bitter because it is an IPA, but the fruit punch taste of it covers it up. It's almost like a grapefruity.
See, I love a good grapefruity hazy IPA. I really enjoy those.
It's almost, I'm going to say this is just two very weird things, but that's what I taste is grapefruit and banana.
Okay, banana's strange, but you know what? I can almost understand that with some IPAs because
it's almost
now
like
that you said that, I can find a hint of banana in this thing.
It's like a smoothie. It's almost like a smoothie, like a what did I say? A grapefruit smoothie.
I think Ben and I tried some basically smoothie beers, like beers.
There are some of those, and those are.
It was so weird. No, so okay. So here's the deal. Like, I'm not going to buy this beer again. One, it wasn't super expensive or anything like that. But I don't need a 10% IPA to be sipping on. But I will say this: I enjoy it. Goose Island has still not let me down.
Considering this was only $2.09 for the can,
this was like $3.50 for this. But look at this picture. Look at that thing.
I'd consider buying this again.
Yeah, I like Voodoo Ranger as a whole. Who is Justin's Tavern? Because he is saying, I can't tell if that's hand clapping or bottle cheersings.
I assume those are clapping, but I don't know how emojis work. Hi, Justin.
Okay.
So he tries alcohol. He streams. He does like these crazy streams he does Miller Mondays and Finish them Fridays. He games a little bit.
I need to watch this. If he is streaming drinking alcohol, I need to check it out because it's always interesting.
I mean, it definitely devolves into stuff.
Oh, then I definitely need to watch it. Let's be honest here.
It's very fun. It's very fun, and you can pressure him into doing fun things. Speaking of that, I'm sorry, I wasn't going to bring this up. This wasn't in our notes or anything, but I've been streaming on TikTok Live, by the way, and doing things for peer pressure likes, and that's really stupid and dumb, but kind of fun. We got to 20,000 likes on a stream, which is just absolutely incredible. I've never gotten 20,000 likes on anything I've ever done in my life.
And what did you have to do for this?
Every 5,000, I chugged some beverage out of my fridge.
Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't drinking like goat milk straight from the goat or something.
No. It was in my own home, and it was safe, and so and I'm an adult, and I can do what I want.
Okay, but not necessarily on TikTok.
No, you're right. But we didn't do anything wrong. It's fun. Gristle got into a Sailor Moon costume. That was maybe the most inappropriate thing that
I'm sorry, I missed it.
happened. You
Sorry, I
are.
missed it.
We'll
Okay.
we'll send you pictures later.
Okay, Dave. So
Yeah.
you tell me if I'm a whiner.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong. Like, I have accepted the fact that these are the conditions I am under, and it's fine. I did not pay for this vehicle,
Okay.
right? Like, I know how lucky I am with this.
I got it in. I'm sorry. I got it in an Uber that was a rental, like a Uber that was a Tesla. That was kind of cool this week. Like if you rent a car from Uber, they give you a Tesla now.
Oh,
So
so it's interesting because on the morning stream they were talking about that and
Yeah,
about
they were
how
talking about how like they were giving out oh crap, what was it?
some electric or hybrid car or something up here. Almost all Ubers and all that stuff, they're all Priuses up here.
Yeah, that's because Priuses was one of those that got assigned to those rentals. But apparently here, if it's recent, they give you a Tesla. So I got to ride in a Tesla the other day.
I've ridden a Tesla. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong.
It's I couldn't figure out how to open the door, so that's good.
Oh, because like the door handle's flat.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I've only had to open one Tesla door, and I don't remember. Like, didn't they? Like, doesn't it like come out or something?
the dude had to open it for me. I still don't know how.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
He said, "Don't worry. 80% of people who get in his car don't know how to open that door." I'm like, great.
That's amazing.
To get out of it, I had to press a tiny little button on like the inside handle, like a tiny button. And as you push that button down, the door will open. But at the same time, the window will roll down just a little bit so that you can slide out. I hated it. It was horrendous.
No, that sounds amazing. Now I need a Tesla, but I don't. I don't have a Tesla. I have a truck now.
Okay,
Also, Justin's there. If I can get some kind of reminder set or some kind of notification that you are going to be doing a steak grilling stream, I'm there.
Okay, that's you go over to YouTube and you ring that bell, and you say and give me notifications for all. Then you'll get notifications.
I'm going to forget by the end of the episode, the end of our episode that we're recording right now.
I'll remind you. Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. So I had this F-150. It's the XL, not the XLT.
Okay.
Now,
what's the difference?
So it has vinyl seats instead of cloth, which is fine. I don't really care.
That's a whiner. If that's
yeah. But that I don't care about. Like that doesn't bother me in any way. If I don't like the seats, I'll get a seat cover. I don't care. Right?
Okay. Moving on.
I have to manually adjust the seats. They don't have the electric like adjustments on it, so I can't make it go up and down, and I can't get lumbar support. All I can do is slide it forward and back.
Still a whiny complaint.
Okay. I've accepted this.
Okay.
I don't have heated seats, and I live somewhere cold.
I have lived somewhere cold my entire life, and I have had the privilege of being in a car with heated seats like twice in my entire life. So stop whining.
Okay. Here's the weirdest thing. I didn't even realize this until my daughter pointed out when I went and picked her up from school today. You know how most cars, the antenna is now in the window?
Yeah.
I have a physical antenna that sticks up from the front of my car.
That's because it's too. I don't have an explanation for that.
Yeah, I think the XLTs don't have that, but I mean it's fine. I don't have tinted windows, and that does get me a little bit. Like I might have to go get these windows tinted.
These all still sound like whiner complaints.
Okay.
If you had paid, if this was the only truck you could get, and you had spent real money.
Oh yeah.
Then I'd be changing my tune here, but you're still like.
Okay. In my personal vehicle, I can set the car to a certain temperature and hit auto, and it will maintain the flow of the air and the temperature of the air to keep it at that temperature.
Oh, John in his fancy car has a thermostat. Good for him.
Dude, trust me. My personal vehicle, not fancy at all. Okay. So that's a whiner thing too, that I don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
I do have, and this is like legit important, and I'm so glad it's there, where you can take the headlights and put them to auto. And I've driven in some cars that don't have that. It bugs me because I'm so used to having it in auto that I don't stop and think, do I need to turn my headlights on?
Yeah.
But that's a safety thing. Let's be honest, it's a safety thing. Okay. The front row of seats can be 3 seats,
Yes.
right? But you can fold down the back of the middle seat and it's an armrest with 2 cup holders and a center console. In my coworker's car that's an XLT, that opens. In mine, it does not.
Sorry, John. Get over yourself.
Okay, hold on. I think
I thought there's gonna be something like legitimate here, like I don't know, you have bad knees because you're in your 40s or something, and you can't climb up into it; it's too high.
no. It has a little handle that I've always known as like an oh shit handle, but I don't know what it's actually called. But like, it's got the little handle and it's got the running boards, so I can just like step up in this thing, right? I've got things I need to do. Like, there are things I need to do. I'm going to get a compartment thing that goes under the back seats, so I can keep things organized. I'm gonna get a job box that's going to go in the back, and I can put a big job box. It's an 8-foot bed. I can put a giant job box back there. Now, there is one thing that really does bother me. So, okay, I'll give you some highlights here real quick. It does have Apple CarPlay.
That's super cool.
Yeah, because I live by Apple CarPlay, and I've never owned a vehicle, but I've driven a lot when I was on the road all the time. Has Apple CarPlay with the wireless version of it.
Okay.
So that will be used all the time.
I don't know if I've ever experienced a wireless version of it.
It's a relatively new thing, I think.
Okay.
I prefer it plugged in. I just need to bring out my other cord. Also, there is a USB-A, I think, and a USB-C for plugging things into the car for like connection. And then there's another USB-A and USB-C for the passenger. And in the back, there's a USB-A and a USB-C for like people in the back seat to charge things. So that's nice.
Sounds like this car is really fancy.
Sounds
It's really nice, and you're a whiner.
Yeah, no. Like I said, like, I have no room to complain. I really do not, except for the fact that it's just so long, and I just have to get used to that. I went to Hagen's.
I hate to break it to you, but that's your most legitimate complaint tonight. Did
you see my son like kind of crouch down and walk back there? Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
So I have to get used to that. I went to Hagen's on the way to pick up my daughter, and when I stopped to get this beer, and I found a parking spot like way in the back where there's like no one around it and no one on the other side of it, so that I could pull in and then just pull through. And I realized this thing is not fit in parking spots.
I believe it.
Like if I have to go to Trader Joe's, I'm screwed, because Trader Joe's has like the thinnest parking spots. Like
are you getting rid of your old car?
I'm not getting rid of it. It'll still be used every once in a while. It's going to be saved for Camille to use.
That makes sense. That was what I was going to say. If you were trying to get rid of that car, it's like,
yeah. Like
no,
that's where this would be the biggest benefit, is if I could like sell the other car, drop the insurance, all that stuff. But I still got to keep at least minimal insurance on it. I'm going to keep it in my garage. It's going to become my daughter's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, here is the biggest complaint, and this is a legitimate complaint, and it's something I can fix. I just need an arm smaller than mine.
Took a while to get here. You have children. Okay.
Yeah. My son's going to hopefully help me try to fix it this weekend. It's a work truck. It is legitimately a work truck. It is a vehicle that is built and sold to be a work truck. So when you back up, it beeps loudly, like loudly. It'll wake up the neighborhood.
Well, that sounds like a good thing, considering you are not used to driving in it.
Well, it has a backup camera. Oh, it has a button where I can hit anytime and just show me the backup camera on the screen.
Cool.
I don't know the purpose of that other than backing up. But yeah, I can read the person behind me's license plate.
Yeah, that seems like a use. If you needed to gauge how close the car was to you when you're driving forward.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't have to put it in reverse to see your rear view camera.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Because I can't, going down the highway, just throw it in reverse.
Right.
Yeah. But like, once again, my car beeps. loudly
If you needed to,
when I back up.
if you needed to shift into a different lane, if you need to move over into another lane and you can't see behind you on the highway.
I guess if I'm hauling stuff in the back, like different canisters and stuff like that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I ever use it in a practical way.
All right, we'll find out.
I'm
Update.
also trying to figure out how to park because in theory, I don't want it to block the sidewalk part of my driveway. But
Okay.
like, it's so long that if I don't get very close to my garage, I block the sidewalk part of my driveway. Now, what's the worst that's going to happen? For the most part, someone's going to have to walk around the end of my truck. Fine. But still, yeah. That's my story, Dave. I got a new truck. I hope to not hit anything while I learn how to drive an oversized.
I'd like to set this up for everybody just so we're clear. John texted me earlier today and said, "Man, life is hard, bro. We got to talk about life. We got to talk about life on this podcast. It's gonna be a rough one, man. Stuff is going on." Get here. John's like, "My truck's too big. It's too fancy. And man, I really wish I had some tinted windows. That would be great. My seats aren't heated, but I live in Seattle, so it's cold here."
Okay, hold on a second.
Driving a car where you can't even see outside because the defrost doesn't work. My dad drove us to school with like a half an inch that he could see through the windshield. Okay, the seats were not heated. The windows cranked down, John.
I was legitimately worried that my windows were going to crank when I saw it was the XL and not the XLT. Like I was legit worried.
It is 2023, John.
Which is why it has Apple CarPlay, because everything comes with that these days.
I don't think they sell cars with crank windows.
Oh, 100% you can get that somewhere.
I mean, I would almost do that and then I'd hate myself, but that's,
Yeah, that's not worth a joke. Real quick. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Andy the informant?
Yeah, Andy the informant.
Should we stop everything right now?
I'm not singing happy birthday because I don't have the voice for that.
But it's his birthday.
But how old is he going to be?
40.
Oh, 40. 40? Like how do you deal with being 40?
Yeah, man, what's that like? I'm only 30.
I hate you, Dave. Andy, okay, look, I don't know how Dave wanted to address the fact that Andy was turning 40. Andy has been a big part of us for a number of years.
Since the beginning.
Andy,
man.
I hope you enjoy your 40th.
Yeah.
I hope it's better than mine was. Low bar. I hope it's amazing.
Happy birthday, Andy. No, like seriously, happy birthday. Like I wish we could have done more for you. I was like, what can I do for Andy? I can't do enough in the amount of time. Like I only knew about a week ago and I was like, I'm not prepared for this. And so I wanted to do more. This is what we got. We got this.
So Dave, real quick, like you made fun of me about how I said life and whatever else. First of all, my text to you was like, hey, can we talk about life? Because I just want to talk about a life thing without giving away what stupid thing I was going to like complain about.
Yeah, but like the last time you texted me and said, I can't repeat this on the air. Never mind.
No, and that's what I'm gonna say is like
the last time you texted
there are life topics that we could talk about from this week, from today, that would represent the way you represented me talking about life right there. But that's not for the here and now. Like the rough life of Johnny Casino is not for the air. The air is for drinking beer, telling dumb jokes, and complaining about good things that happen to you.
like almost free trucks.
I mean, it's basically free. Whatever that truck costs, I didn't pay it. And my slight amount that I pay every month to be able to use it as a personal vehicle and whatever. And
that's why I said
I'm getting a deal.
Anyway, John.
Hi, Dave.
I've been told that you have a new way to make eggs.
Okay.
This is a food podcast. We probably should talk about food.
Okay, here's the thing, Dave. And this is where you and I differ as far as food podcasting goes. Like, I'm happy to come over, don't know when that's going to happen again, but I've loved being over there with you and Rachel and trying random nonsense and reacting to it, and then like posing in weird ways for like thumbnails that are completely inappropriate, but end up as like pictures on my TV screensaver. I am all for that. But if it's just me, it's more about the cooking. I try not to eat out. I try not to do fast food, even though yesterday I had 2 McDoubles. I love cooking. I love cooking different ways. I love cooking gadgets. If I had a big enough kitchen and endless money, it would be full of every single cooking gadget out there just for me to have and play with. So, Dave, I bought a thing, something that I've been wanting for years, something that I have been put off of because of the price of it. I bought a sous vide.
Cool.
Now, if anyone out there does not know what a sous vide is,
welcome to a 2020 podcast where everybody on every podcast was talking about sous vide.
I guess so. I don't know. In 2020, I was fighting demons continuously. But like, here's the thing: is so sous vide, you stick it in water, it circulates water, it makes the water hot. You have a food item normally in a bag, and it cooks it. Now, I haven't had a chance to use this a whole lot to test out everything. Like, I got some pork chops waiting for me to try this on one day. I've cooked some steak bites. I've still got to get that down. I have yet to cook like a filet mignon, which is what I really want to do. But here's what I cooked. And if I have the choice, I will never go back, is with the sous vide, you can make the perfect poached egg.
This is so weird.
Okay, now tell me, first of all, are you an egg fan? We've gone out to breakfast a few times, and I cannot remember what you ate.
I get a buffalo chicken sandwich.
That's what it was. Yeah, you get a buffalo chicken sandwich, and I think I had some kind of a breakfast thing.
Yeah, like a normal person.
Yeah,
so like a normal human. I go to this diner for breakfast, and I get a buffalo chicken sandwich because it's so good, and I'm okay with that. I accept that as my reality.
I love eggs. I love eggs in the morning. I like them scrambled. I don't like them scrambled just by themselves. If they're mixed with some stuff, maybe put in a breakfast burrito, which I might make tomorrow morning. Maybe. That sounds great.
I don't eat a lot of eggs. I'm not affected by the crazy increase in egg prices.
Okay, I did not even know about this thing because when I buy eggs, I'm just like, I need eggs. Here's 18 large eggs. Okay, right?
Yeah.
So I have no idea. They probably skyrocketed price, and I probably I don't know, can't make my rent payment this month because of eggs. But I have no idea. So here's the thing though: is I love a good fried egg. I love a good poached egg. When you sous vide an egg, you set it 145. You drop your eggs in there. It spins around. It clanks against the side. It goes ting 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 all over the place. It takes an hour. Yes, Dave. It takes an hour. But when I crack that egg and I pour it out, and it comes out looking weird and gooey and slightly watery, but it hits that thing and it takes it, and then you just slowly cut it along the side, and the yolk just slowly pours out on top of your toast. But there's just a little bit of the yolk that has started like solidifying. It's just started solidifying. And normally I would need like 3 eggs on 2 pieces of toast, because otherwise you end up with too much like runny yolk for the amount of bread you have. But when you do it this way, 1 egg per piece of toast, and it just sits on it perfectly. You can like spread it across it because it's just solidified enough. Just enough, Dave. Dave, it is amazing. It is so good. So good. So good. Now, I made these for my girlfriend, Carrie, last weekend. The fact that that the white part is a little bit liquidy threw her off pretty bad, but she still enjoyed it. But Dave, I need to figure out how to make I cannot think of what the egg thing is, and with the sauce and stuff on ham and the whatever. But like, I need to figure out how to make that stuff. The hollandaise sauce. I need to figure out how to make a good hollandaise sauce, because oh my god, that would be the perfect egg for that. And it would just Dave.
I'm Dave, happy for you. Okay. So here's at the biggest that the hour thing is kind of a problem. Like, listen, I understand why low and slow always works, right? Low and slow. That's the best cooking practices in the world. Like when in the morning do you have an hour to wait for your eggs?
So it really depends, right? On the weekends, I have normally all the time in the world, short of a work emergency.
Right.
But with my job, if I'm going to a plant early, I wake up at 5:30 and I try to leave by 7. If
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going a little bit later, I wake up at 5:30 and I leave my house after I take my son to school. So I leave my house at 7:45.
Okay. Now
If I'm
here's the other sous vide question, because this is the thing I learned from listening to every podcast under the sun talk about this.
okay.
Can you overcook them?
Mm. So with eggs and something like that, yeah.
I was gonna say, you can't do it with meat. I understand why you don't do it with meat, because basically you get meat to the temperature, it kind of just continues to sit at that temperature. You can't really overdo it.
Well, so okay, so I've learned a bit
You,
just by
you
like
can't.
reading things. But so here's the deal with eggs, you set it at a temperature for a certain amount of time and it's going to get the way you want. If it goes longer and longer and longer, it's going to cook more and more and more. It's going to solidify more and more and more. And I don't want that. I don't want that with my eggs. I gotta have that runny yolk. You give me the hard yolk like in a hard boiled egg, and the only place for that's going to be like in potato salad or something like that, right? None of this eating it that way. That's dumb. But like with meat, apparently the problem is, and we are going to talk about my experimentation with this. Like I've got a number of things I want to experiment with the way this works, but with meat, when you do it longer and longer and longer, it ends up getting more and more tender, more and more fall apart. And depending on what you're making, to depend if you want that or not.
Okay. So you can overdo it with egg. I understand that like meat almost can become like it just gets continuously softer. Like
That's what it seems like from what I've read.
Yeah, that's what everything I've heard. Like somebody said they left the steak. They like went on a trip and they left it in for like over a week.
Oh my God.
And they came back and it was like liquid.
Mush?
Yeah, like literal liquid.
Oh God, so my first thought there was like throw it, like jab it with a straw and drink your steak. And then my second thought was, dear God, no.
Yeah, no, they said it smelled really good, but it was
Sure.
just steak water. Like it was just water.
That's so gross. Yeah, with the steak, you only want to do it for like a few hours or something like that. I don't know. I have a cookbook that I bought because that's what I do. But I haven't experimented a whole lot. I had, like I said, the pork. You could do a brisket. Now, granted, you need a giant container to do to do a brisket in a sous vide, right? Like you need something big enough to hold this. But I plan on testing out with pork, which is going to be an 8 to 12 hour like sous vide time.
See, that's the stuff that I'm more curious about.
Yeah,
Like that's where because like the secret to good meat is that softness, like the tenderness.
Wait till the spring when the weather starts turning some, and I bust out my smoker and I start like smoking a pork butt and making like pulled pork, and I make some burnt ends, and I'm just gonna like show them to you, and you're gonna just be like all mouth watery because I'm making burnt ends, because burnt ends are maybe the greatest thing you'll ever put in your mouth.
I mean, I agree with you, but now I want to know if you can sous vide them.
You can sous vide anything, and that's my thing. Is like after I experiment, after I learn a little bit more about this, like I want to find the weirdest things to sous vide. I want to try to like sous vide mushrooms in soy sauce or something, or like I don't know. I want to just sous vide things just for the sake of doing it.
I'm excited for you, John.
Yeah. So when we talked about this, when we talked about the whole sous vide thing, like when we first started talking about doing a show again, like, did I ever get to like say the segment name? Because like I'm not proud of this, but there's something that makes me laugh with the fact that it'd be called he sous vide what? Like you got to get that like high pitched squeal in there so that it's like absolutely ridiculous, because that's what it is, right? Like I want to sous vide a bar of soap and see if you can still wash yourself with it or something. I don't know.
Well, now you have to do that.
I mean, who has a bar of soap? Like, there's not a bar of soap in this house.
That's weird, John. Are you okay?
Do you have bars of soap?
Yeah. You don't have a Costco extra double packed supply that you bought because you thought you were going to run out, and then you actually had an entire case of Costco Irish Spring boxes. So now you have like 64 bars of Irish Spring soap, to the point that when you go to a hotel and spend it with Andy P, then informant, that you leave the bar of soap behind because you have so many bars of soap at home. And he's like, "You're not going to bring that bar of soap home with you?" And you go, "No, it's fine. I have plenty."
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So, Dave, okay. In what context do you use a bar of soap?
To scrub severely smelly areas.
And what, you wash the rest of yourself with liquid soap or just with water?
Yeah. The liquid soap sometimes ain't tough enough, John. Sometimes you gotta lather.
You ain't doing it right.
You gotta lather on some thick bar soap that kind of sticks a little bit. It smells good, and then you gotta let it. You gotta let your skin marinate in it, and then the hot water cooks you a little bit like a sous vide. And
okay, Dave, I understand that this is supposed to be a food and snack type podcast, but you know, when you and I get involved, that the rails just don't exist. So I need to ask a question. This is going to be a weird train of thought that's going to lead to this, but it's something that I really need. So my shower, has a detachable head to it.
Okay, not that fancy. Once again,
it was in the house from the previous tenants. I don't know.
Just like your truck has extra seats and extra plugs in it. They were in the truck.
Yeah, no. Okay. First of all, two things. One, the one that I'm using right now, that was just there when I moved in. Two, if it hadn't been, I would have changed it out for the one that I own, because having that removable one is nice. Sometimes you gotta get the back. Sometimes you gotta get the hard to reach places. Sometimes you're like, I'm really gross today, and you need an extra blasting, right? But like, this is important to me, right?
Understand.
But this leads me to something that I have this weird feeling you and I have talked about on something we have done, and it's something I really, really, really want to buy.
Okay.
And there's two things keeping me back from it. And one is the fact that like the one I really want is going to be like $300, and I just don't want to spend that.
Are we talking about, you want a bidet?
Yes.
So
I
had a plumber. I had a plumber
so
here.
bad.
I had a plumber here for 5 hours on Tuesday. That's
a bidet.
That's a whole story. It's even more boring than your truck story, so we won't even tell it. And
but did he install a bidet?
No, but I did ask him about it, and he said, "Oh, well, see, you do actually have like they already installed the outlet over here, so I can get one of the fancy ones with the heated seats and the whole thing."
So
for like,
with
no extra installation costs, like it would take me 5 seconds.
Yeah. So here's the deal: is installing a bidet is easy. It's quick. It's no problem. There are not that many houses I've ever been in that have an outlet anywhere near the toilet.
Yeah, no, this one, I mean, I have an outlet above my toilet. That really would be kind of inconvenient and weird. But there's literally
make it work.
Yeah, totally usable. Not a problem. There's one literally behind my toilet. Like you could like plug it in right behind where it belongs.
If I randomly had a toilet, a plug behind my toilet, I would own a $300 bidet right now.
Yeah, I'm considering it. I've considered it for a while now, since I bought this house. The problem is I spent $700 this week on toilet repairs. So let's not talk about it.
Hold on a second. What did you get repaired?
Oh, everything, John. Everything.
Like what? Like you replaced
the
toilet?
No, like the whole mechanism that attaches the toilet to the pipe underneath. Oh yeah, and it wasn't just like replacing like a wax ring. Like it was not just like a thing. The dude before us who owned the house somehow cracked one of those. I don't know what these are called. I've already forgot the name. He cracked it and then cemented it into the pipe down beneath.
The toilet?
No, the thing that connects to the bottom of the toilet. Yeah, the thing that screws into the pipe underneath. I don't remember what these are called.
No.
He cracked that, cemented it down, and then put another one of those on top of that one, and then attached it to the toilet above. Okay, so my toilet was like 1.5 inches off the ground. That's why it wobbled. That's why you could slide it over 1.5 inches. Very wrong, installed very incorrectly. And then the basement toilet, which had just started to get loose on its own, just standard wobbly normal stuff. That whole mechanism had to be replaced because it was attached to a clay pipe. So basically, that's the whole really long story. He was here for 5 hours replacing basically the entirety of the in-working toilet of my toilets.
I've replaced toilets before. It is not fun. Trying to set one down on that wax ring is the worst thing I have ever tried to do.
Now imagine if the thing that the wax ring set on was broken.
I mean, it's a little like if I were to set it down and it broke the wax ring, I would just pick it up and go buy a different wax ring.
Yeah, that's not what not the wax ring was broken, but the thing that the wax ring sits on top of.
Oh yeah, then you just replace that.
Yeah, well, when that's cemented into your pipes, good luck.
Oh dear. Okay. Anyway, the overall point being, I want a sous vide, but I want one that's heated because I'm worried about blasting cold water in certain parts of my body. And 2, I want the kind that has like a fan that like dries you off because I'm still not quite sure the proper way to like dry off after one. And if you're still using toilet paper, then what's the point of
I agree
a day?
We've had this conversation. Yeah,
and if you're using a towel, gross.
If I'm gonna buy a bidet, right? I might as well just go all the way out. I want the seat. I want the seat to be warm when I sit down at 3 a.m. when I have to go after eating all these weird snacks. All right.
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily need it to be a heated seat, but what I want is I want one there, and I want it to be one of those things where like someone is over, doesn't matter who it is, and they use my bathroom, which is unlikely because it's in my bedroom. But like for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, go walk through my room and go use my bathroom, and they sit down and they're just like, what now? Right? Like I want them to be like, I don't know how to do this. There are buttons here and dials, and it's going to spray my bum.
Yeah. I want it to auto spray. I want it to know when I'm done, and it just
no. You don't want that. You don't want that. Now I'm going to paint you a picture here because
I want it to be like sitting on the dragster, no, Cedar
Dave,
Point, where it's going to go from 0 to 120 miles in like 4 seconds. And you're not going to know when that's going to happen. That's what I want.
Dave, let me paint you this picture. Sometimes you have an upset stomach.
Yeah.
It could be something you ate. It could be something you drank. It could be anxiety in life. And believe me, I know.
Yeah, me too.
And it just messes with your stomach. And it just messes with how your stomach operates. And sometimes you got to sit there and it's not pretty. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's not pretty, and it comes out some, and then it waits, and then it comes out more. And Dave, imagine this: you had this auto bidet, and some comes out, and it's like, oh, time to bidet. Just as more comes out, and now you have this like watery brown waterfall spray hitting you in places you do not want that to hit you.
You're right. I take it all back. It needs to be manual.
Yeah, you want to hit that button when you're done.
Completely manual.
Yeah, after all the snacks you've eaten from watching the Snack Network, all the snacks you've eaten because you hit that like and subscribe button down there.
Yeah, if you're watching
the Snack Network,
hit that like button because last week we got to 11 likes. Can we beat 11 likes? I think we can.
Not with this conversation, we can't. So you smash that like, you smash that follow button and the little bell thing or whatever, and then you see these delicious snacks that Dave often brings you, and then you're like, oh, that absurd number of snacks do not settle well. I have to go sit down now. You want that manual. You want that manual spray on that bidet. And the name of this episode should be Manual Spray Bidet.
We have one more thing to address, John.
We have so many more things that we have not addressed today because we're going off some rails.
We have viewer questions.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you questions. We have more. They're in the Discord. If you want to ask us questions, basically, here's the dealio. If you're in the Snack Network Discord, which you can go to by joining at the join the Discord button on the About section of our YouTube channel at thesnacknetwork.com. Just go to About, and click the join the Discord. You can get in there. Okay. There's a DD questions section for delicious discussions. That's the name of the show. Okay. We're just gonna go down that list. We're just gonna start at the top of that. We're gonna start at the top of that list, and we'll just keep making our way down. So if you have a question, throw it in there. I'll remind you guys occasionally when we need new questions. There's no way we can answer all of these tonight because we're
that
already,
questions.
it keeps going. I didn't send you all of them.
Oh, Sean's here for the syrup segment. I think that's where we pour maple syrup on a random thing and eat it. I choose fish sticks.
I choose go to Canada and do that. I
want to go to Canada and see the Capris.
Okay, let's do it.
I haven't had a hug from Sean in a long time.
What was that?
The sound in the background?
Yeah.
I think that's my daughter talking to her boyfriend.
Oh, I finished.
I don't know. I know this kid. I like him. He is a good kid. Yeah, I still have plenty left to go.
Okay. We should probably answer one of these questions at least, if not two. All right.
Okay. No, I think we can answer as many as we want. I was just watching Sean's comment. Okay, what do we got?
I said them to you. You have better vision than me, Sean.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I need to actually read. You didn't prepare me for this.
I sent you them via text, but you could go into the Discord if you were in there because I can tag you.
No, I'm in the Discord. I'm in the Discord.
Go to DD questions and start at the top.
I am.
Yeah, okay, great.
You can see how prepared I am. Like I said, it's been a week. It's been a week. Okay.
This is a show. I swear to God, everybody, this is a show.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah.
What's your go-to chocolate bar when you're at a gas station or a convenience store? And I need some clarification. Is this only something you'd buy at a gas station or convenience store? Or can you also buy this at, like, I don't know, a grocery store?
That's all right. So we have a local chocolate place called Mally's Chocolate. Everybody,
is that the one you took me to?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
we did.
That's so good.
That chocolate's fire, dude.
Well, the chocolate covered gummy bears were amazing.
Yeah, no, that whole place is great. The chocolate covered Fritos. Did you end up getting to try the Fritos with us?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, so good. Okay, the problem is we have that as a place. Okay, so their chocolate bars are superior, but I can't pick that because it's a local place, right?
Yeah, you gotta find something. You gotta find a chocolate bar that you'd be able to find anywhere.
I have to go to their store to get it specifically, or it has to be part of like a fundraiser where, like some kids selling it for fundraising. So it's not like I can just go buy it at the gas station.
Yeah. So what would your go-to be at a gas station?
Now my go-to is a Reese's Crispy Crunchy.
Okay.
Oh, it's so. And if you want something more basic that's available at every gas station, it's probably a Take 5. I love a Take 5.
A Take 5 is good. So is this saying like any candy bar that has chocolate is your take on this?
I mean, I took it as any candy bar that you can buy at a gas station.
Okay. So the way this is written is chocolate bar. Now, if I had to go straight chocolate bar, I am a chocolate snob in some ways. I would not eat a Reese's or a Hershey chocolate bar. I don't like it. Hershey Special Dark, I can make it work. A Dove chocolate bar, a Ghirardelli chocolate bar, one of those like fancy fruit and nut bars. I don't know if they're in the gas stations or not. Those are good. Now, if we're talking chocolate, if we're talking like a candy bar or chocolate, I would also go Reese's. It's pronounced Reese's.
Reese's.
Also known as Reese's.
Reese's Pieces.
But I'm a fast break fan because I like the nougat.
Listen, I have had a fast break, and it's fine. I get it. That crispy crunchy where it's just like covered in peanuts is so disgustingly good that I can't stand it. I can never go back. The world will never be the same after I've had a Reese's Crispy Crunchy.
Okay, I have. Wait, is that the kind that has like the waffle wafer things in it?
No, that's a it's not a fast break. No, that's all I can think of.
Hold on a second. We need to address something from the chat that I don't understand, and I want to see if you can decipher this for me. Sean asked if I said Dove chocolate, and then he said, as a white man, I don't think you can say that, Johnny. Why could I not say Dove chocolate?
Yeah, no, I don't know what's no.
No,
Sean,
I love Dove.
I don't think Dove chocolate is good at all. I actually think it's actually worse than Hershey's, but that's a
Oh,
personal.
okay. Hold on a second. It's fight time.
All right, let's go. This is question of the week, but we'll get to our question of the week. But this is going to be the next question of the week.
So Hershey chocolate, and I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I have
you
too.
live closer to that than I do. Yeah. But like I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've seen it. I did not get to go the last time I wanted to, so I could buy my kids like these giant Hershey bars. But Hershey's chocolate, and if you like Hershey's, that's fine. This is not a knock on anyone who likes Hershey's. It feels dry. It feels powdery.
Except for me personally. It's a personal attack at me.
Yeah, it's a personal attack at Dave only. Dove chocolate, along with a number of other quality chocolates, has a smoothness to it, a creaminess to it.
Dove is not as good. Dove is the worst.
Dove is no. Dove of those 9 million% is better than Hershey's. 9 billion%.
I understand. Like I'd be willing to go up to bet that like Lindor chocolate and
Lindor's good.
It's good. Is better than Hershey's. Like I understand your argument, but Dove chocolate on its own is not good. We have tried 20 Dove chocolate related holiday candy related things on this channel, and none of them, not even a single one, has been remotely comparable to the best Hershey's or the best Lindt chocolate we've had.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. How often do you take a spoon?
Yeah.
Put it over a fire and singe your tongue before you eat Dove chocolate? Like, how often do you burn off your tongue before you eat Dove? Look.
I'm gonna go get a plain Dove bar and I'm gonna review it. It sucks.
I don't. Does Dove make bars?
I mean, you know what?
I think they just make the small pieces.
I'm gonna do what I did with the Starry, as I will get Rachel to get me a plain Dove bar or chocolate of some kind, and a plain equivalent shape of a Hershey's one, and I will blind taste test them.
Okay, hold on a second.
I will tell you which one is better without knowing which one is
No. Here's the problem with your logic here is a couple of things. One, they don't come in the same shapes, right? Like I know how Dove comes and I know how Hershey comes. They do not come in the same shapes ever, right? Secondly, you will distinctively be able to tell the difference between the two, and that will sway you just to give me the middle finger, right? Hershey's chocolate, like it's hard for me to eat a Hershey's milk chocolate thing because it's powdery.
It's a plain Hershey bar. I agree with you. It's not very good. A plain Hershey's chocolate bar is not very good, but once you start mixing it with almonds or anything else.
But even even then, right? So I buy my kids these like mixed thing of different Hershey's chocolates. So it's got the crackle and the Mr. Goodbar and the Hershey's plain and the Hershey's dark and whatever else, like the small ones when they're taking their lunches.
Yeah.
And I've like had a couple of different ones. And it's just like the special dark is the only semi exception, but the special dark is still like a powdery dryness compared to like any good chocolate. And Dove is definitely good chocolate compared to Hershey. Now, does it hold up to some of these other like chocolate brands? I mean, you'd have to give me a blind test to tell you that. And you have to like take slivers of it, so I couldn't tell what I was eating. But compared to Hershey's is just bottom of the barrel chocolate, man.
I still like myself a Reese's Crispy Crunchy.
I need to try one of those because I have no idea what that is, and I love Reese's.
It's just a Reese's covered in peanuts. It's like so good. It's a Reese's.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is it kind of like a Mr. Goodbar?
Yes, kind of, but better. It's better. It's got those crunchy bits in it a little bit, but it's
okay.
The primary part is it's a bunch of peanuts with chocolate and peanut butter, and it's so good.
Okay, so remind me before we record next week, and that will be my thing I taste, because that sounds amazing for me.
It might be hard to find. Spokes is the one who asked this question, though.
Okay, so let's do one more question,
and then we'll do our debate that we went over last week. We'll address that, but now the debate for this week is Hershey's versus Dove.
Oh my God, come on. Like if I lose this one, the fact that I lost the last one blows my mind. But if I lose this one, I'm just quitting podcasting forever. Sorry, Mega Dads. Okay. Best non-salad use of salad dressing.
This one I struggle with. And who does this question come from? We should address
This comes from Gristle Media.
Hi, Gristle. Gristle, who got into a Sailor Moon costume on TikTok Live with me.
Nice.
With the skirt and everything riding up. It was an experience. If you missed that live, you really should be following us on TikTok at the Snacknet and Gristle. Okay. Let's address. Do you freeze on me, John?
No. I was looking at.
Okay. I already forgot what Crystal's question. Oh, best use of salad dressing. I struggle with what this means.
Best non-salad use of salad dressing.
Yeah, yes. I don't tend to do this. Like I'll put balsamic on things. Like that's fine.
Dude, come on. There's an easy one here. There is an easy one here, even for you, Dave.
Really?
Dave, you and I have had some meals together.
Yeah.
You've taken me out for wings.
Yeah.
What do you do with your wings?
Cover them in sauce.
Do you dip your wings?
No, I know. I don't put ranch on my wings. Ranch is disgusting. Ranch is the worst.
Do you put blue cheese on your wings?
No, that's even worse. That you've crossed the line into.
No, I agree. Blue cheese is not good. I am not a blue cheese fan.
I understand why people like ranch. I don't like ranch. Blue cheese is disgusting. That I do not understand.
Okay, let me answer this question for you because
I'll let
Dave, you're weird.
I mean, I feel like the answer is ranch on wings, but that's dumb.
No. The answer is ranch on anything.
I don't like it though. Like I don't like ranch.
Dave, do you like anything?
No. So,
Dave, if I have pizza, I want to dip that in ranch. If I have wings, I want to dip that in ranch. If I have chicken of any sort, I might not always dip it in ranch, but I want to dip it in ranch. There is very little that I don't want to dip in ranch. Now, I don't always do it because it's not the healthiest option, but I want to dip that shit in ranch. I had a friend of mine when I was in the submarine. And yes, if you don't know anything about me, I used to be on a submarine for 7.5 years, who wanted to prove that how much he loved ranch, that he had Cheerios with ranch. It was, I would love to say it was the grossest thing I ever saw on a submarine, but let's be honest, it was not.
Can you review that for the second? Where can you put ranch on Cheerios?
No. I will put ranch on many things, but I have limits. We used to, okay, so on the submarine on like Saturdays for the midnight meal, they would always make pizza, and they would go all out and make pizzas, and they would actually make pizzas where ranch was the like sauce for the pizza.
Wow.
And it was amazing. Not healthy, but it was amazing.
Sounds gross.
Oh, ranch. There's something about ranch.
All right, you want to talk about the thing that you said was gross? We'll keep your questions.
I'm still blown away by the answer. Yeah. By the way, your questions, and I can look here and I can see some of these other ones, and they're amazing. And please keep them coming because we need to stay on the rails slightly more than we have tonight and get to more of these questions because I absolutely love some of these questions, and next week we will address them.
Yeah. We'll kind of focus more in that direction instead of John complaining about how nice his truck is,
and about how I want my bum sprayed.
Yeah, no. All right. So last week we debated whether you like the smell of bacon in your house after you've cooked it. And I said, I really like once I like cook bacon, then leave the house and I come back and I open the door and I still smell bacon. I kind of love it. And John strongly disagreed with me.
Yeah. Like I have put on pine smelling wax scents in my house because it's the strongest scent I have to like eliminate the smell of the food I have cooked that day.
All right. So we put a poll up on Twitter.
Oh, I got destroyed in this.
John wrote this question and used the wrong version of just like he did in our pre-show. Okay, now
My girlfriend would be so disappointed.
I copied your question word for word. Okay.
Oh, don't do that. Correct the grammar if I mess it up.
No, I specifically asked you how to write it so I wouldn't mess up the grammar so I could blame you for it.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right. So on Twitter, pinned at the top of the Snack Network Twitter at the SnackNet, currently, and we will change this to Dove versus Hershey's, which will be interesting. I'm curious. With a whopping 23 votes over the last couple days, we're sitting at a 76%. Yes, they like the smell of bacon after they cooked it. John, you have lost. You have lost by a lot.
I don't understand this. Like, I want the smell of food when I'm cooking it. I want it at that moment. But when I'm done cooking, I want my house to smell like a house. I want my house to smell pleasant. I don't want to smell food.
Bacon is pleasant. The smell of bacon
no. Bacon is pleasant at the moment. Bacon is pleasant smelling while you're eating it. But afterwards, it's too strong. I want my house to smell nice. I want it to smell calm. Bacon is not a calm scent. It is an exciting scent. It is great while you're having bacon.
78% yes, 22% said no. You're wrong. Now,
I did not see it going that way. Okay, so the poll going forward is going to be Dove chocolate versus Hershey's chocolate.
Yes. Now, here's the other thing I'd like to give you. And I got to see if I can pull this up. We did run the poll one other place.
Where?
Okay? We did run it on YouTube as well. Okay. In the about section or in the community tab of our channel, and you scroll down a little bit, and we got a whopping 13 votes in there, John. And I would like to establish for you, we got 54% yes. So I still won, but a 46% no. So you were a little bit closer on YouTube. The debate was a bit closer.
I don't understand it. So we've talked about this when I was basically living in hotels for, I don't know, 60-70% of the year.
I think
bacon
I didn't ruin microwave bacon.
Well, no, it wasn't microwave bacon, but I was like, I'm gonna get a hotel room that has like a mini kitchen and I can cook meals for myself, and I would cook breakfast in the morning with sausage and whatever else, and I'd come back in and be like, oh dear Lord, I don't want it to smell like breakfast when I come back in at 3:00 in the afternoon.
I love it so much.
No.
I think the smell of food is comforting. I find it comforting.
If we're talking baked goods, if we're talking coffee, if we're talking something like a sweet treat, yes. We're talking bacon. I don't want my house to smell savory.
What about chicken?
No, I'm not burning some KFC incense. No, I don't want savory. I don't want my house to smell savory.
I think
that's fine.
Well, we're gonna find out for once and for all. Of course, if you guys want to vote, stay tuned to our Twitter and our YouTube channel in the community tab. We're gonna put up polls there for Hershey's versus Dove. I understand your argument, and I think a lot of people agree with you.
It's higher quality, hands down.
I still think that I'm gonna word it in such a way as, which one do you prefer?
Camille. So my daughter has stepped in. Camille, you've had Hershey's chocolate, right?
Yeah.
You've had Dove chocolate?
Yeah.
Which one's better?
Dove.
That's right.
All right. The war has begun. Stay tuned to everything at the SnackNet and the Snack Network YouTube channel, community tabs. And if you guys want to ask us questions for Delicious Discussions, the newest podcast, you guys can leave those in the Discord. You can join the Discord by going over to the About section of our YouTube. Basically, if you need something related to the Snack Network, go to the YouTube channel. I assure you, I will make it as easy to find as possible. Okay.
And if you have questions, they don't have to be about food, especially for this show.
No,
we're gonna talk about food. But if you know anything about Dave and I and the history that Dave and I have had and the things that we talk about and the things that we've done, there is no rail that can keep this train on it.
Yeah.
You want to ask us our opinion of footprints on Mars? Throw it in there. I mean, don't, because I don't have one. But like, It's just an example.
Of course, if you want to support this show and get the pre and post show in your podcast feed with a special conversation with me and John, you can support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/the Snack Network for $1 a month. $1, you get a bunch of extra bonus content, as well as if you support more than that, you can provide a snack, or you can be like our amazing snack producer, Robby Bobby Miller, and support this channel in ways that I cannot even describe how amazing they are. Okay, that is it. This is Delicious Discussions.
Wait. Did you point out that I'm Johnny_Casino on Twitter?
I was getting there.
Okay. Well, when you get there, and when you point that out, they'll know how to contact me. And look, if you want to contact me and say hi, if you want to like send me a virtual hug, that's fine. That's great. I will accept that and I will appreciate it. But if you have some random snack thing that you're like, oh, this is a weird thing that no one's ever going to like, or this is a weird thing that people won't think they're going to like, but it's actually delicious, let me know, because I struggle to figure out like random things to try outside of like beers. And my girlish figure is fading. So if you have something that you're just like, I want you to try this as your random thing to try, hit me up on Twitter, Johnny_Casino.
You can follow me and Tell You Dave. You can follow the Snack Network at the Snack Net or at the Snack Network, pretty much everywhere. That's it. We'll see you guys next Thursday for another Delicious Discussions. And if you're joining us here live in our chat room, you can hang out with us for another tiny bit as we wrap things up. Okay. Would you like me to play the funny song, or would you like me to play the cool rock song?
I think okay, here's what I'm going to scoot back.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare myself. You're going to play whichever one you're going to play, and I'm going to react.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Set.
Okay.
I faded the wrong fader. I almost turned John all the way down.
That actually might be the preference.